Here we go then. The lights are on. We've got 5 red lights and they've gone out and away we go. And again, Charlie has got a really good start. And next to him is GSR, who looks like he's taking the lead. Is he taking the lead? It's a spin from the AlphaTauri. And it's Swift Benny who has spun off the track at the start. Oh, dearie me. And not a good start from Benny, as there is some good wheel-to-wheel action here. Oh, there's a bit of contact between the Ferrari of Quickshot and the McLaren. So GSR has taken the lead in the Grand Prix from Charlie. Third is Otherproof Hen. What a superb start from him yet again. We're going to be in for a very, very good race indeed. So then, here we go. The strategies of 1 stop is a soft to hard, or you can 2 stop with the soft, medium to medium. But at the moment, we've got Quickshot, who's looks like he's on the back of Draft Overload then in the Ferrari. Coming up to the end of lap 1. As Ultra Titan looks like he's going to make a move on the inside ahead of Kawasaki Moto, and there's very good racing from 2 of the Kawasaki Moto has got the better grip. But with Quickshot on board at the moment, is he going to go and look on the inside of Draft Overload? No, he's not going to look on that inside. GSR's took the fastest lap with Grand Prix. But look at this. Draft's having a look at the inside of Ultra Titan. Draft spun! Draft has spun off the track from that move from Ultra Titan. I wonder if Ultra Titan is contact between Ultra Titan and Quickshot's. Quickshot's taking 6th position, but Draft has spun off that contact as well. 10-second time penalty. Something's happened there from Draft, but what an awful start yet again from Draft. Gaz Coleman in 10th place for the Red Bull, but what another bad start it has been. Otherproof of Fun Bags has gone up to 5th, with Otherproof Hen down to 4th, so very lively start for a Mercedes driver. Here we go, then we're still with Otherproof Hen, who's closing up on Fun Bags. Fun Bags looks like he's got a good bit of race paces. Then we're now with the Haas driver of James, who's closing in on Quickshot. So, very tight it will be for the first few laps between Nathan Walton. He's 11th at the moment. He's closing up to Gaz, but look at Gaz Coleman. He is closing up, and Quickshot has gone on the inside of James, and he's still made that move work. And Gaz Coleman there in the Red Bull is going to be looking at GSR going from strength to strength. As James looks at the inside of Quickshot, but doesn't make him stick. And here we go again, not messing around as turn 1. He's going to go for the inside of Quickshot. Has he made it work? He has. And it looks like Gaz Coleman is going to make that move too. And he has made that move as Gaz Coleman. There's a lock up from James, and he's capitalised on Quickshot being taken by James and caught him by surprise. So very, very good stuff there from Gaz, who's up to 9th. It looks like GSR has flew off the 2 Mercedes drivers. The 2 Renault drivers who are going to be battling it out this evening. As Gaz Coleman now has got to close up with James. It's only 200 tenths. We're going to go back there. Looks like a good battle between these 2. As Gaz Coleman's going to look to make a move on James, I believe. It will be on the back straight. He's got to keep close to the gearbox. And Nathan Walton has got a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He's still in 11th place, but here we go then, an overtake from Gaz Coleman. He's got DRS now on lap 3. He's going to look to make the move. James is just swaying a little bit, but Gaz Coleman, he's just swayed too much. And James sort of looked like he turned in from Gaz Coleman. It looks like Gaz Coleman has let James go by, but he's got Quickshot to contest with. There's contact between Quickshot and Gaz Coleman. And Coleman got the elbows out. And look at Nathan Walton making the opportunity to pass Quickshot now, as this has been a terrible part of the lap. Wheel-to-wheel action, and Nathan Walton has gone up to position for Quickshot, making a move on the inside of Nathan Walton, and he has made it stick, and a little bit of a back-end loss from Gaz. He's lost time, but look at these two battling it out, Nathan Walton and Quickshot. Superb stuff from them, and it looks like Quickshot has got the grip, and Nathan Walton is having a look now on the inside of Quickshot, and they both give each other room, but Quickshot has got enough traction on the outside. And what a battle in the midfield it's been. And Gaz Coleman now, who's now on the back of James, the Haas driver. Very exciting stuff. A lot of half the field have started on the mediums and half have started on the softs. And here's Gaz Coleman, he's teasing the back of James in that car, and he's looking for the right moment, and Quickshot looks like he's retaken from Nathan, so good driving from him. An 8th, 9th and 10th and 11th, and a lovely battle, and it looks like James, has he gone off track? Somebody has gone off track there, and I think it was Nathan Walton. And Paco Barney's now got DRS, and it looks like Gaz has taken the outside from James, but James has broke late in a massive lock-up from him, and it's a switchback from Gaz Coleman. It looks superbly done from him, but James has got enough traction. Already lap 5, and already we've got some super. Looks like Otherproof Hen is coming to the pit lane. There's Otherproof Hen coming to the pit lane because of damage, I wonder. But look at this in front between James and Gaz Coleman, and James has done the switchback back on Gaz Coleman. And this wheel-to-wheel driving is absolutely great to watch. Gaz Coleman's got the inside now, and he makes the traction stick. Superb, and now Quickshot comes in. Oh, dead contact, I believe, and James has been lagging, and Gaz Coleman's on the outside. Not enough space. Just a bit of lag there from James. And Quickshot is from his car. From them two battling, he's going to want to capitalise on these two, but Gaz Coleman looking over for Joe, and there's big contact from Quickshot, and he's out of the race. Quickshot hit the back of Gaz Coleman, and the Ferrari driver is out of the race. Unbelievable, and will that be a safety car? As it looked like Gaz Coleman moved across. But look at Otherproof Head on Swift Benny. It looks like to try and make the move, and Quickshot was just behind Gaz Coleman. Hit Gaz Coleman and caused him to spin, but James and Paco Barney have got wheels out there as James has squeezed Paco a little bit. Now on the outside we've got Ethan in the Red Bull. He has taken his teammate Paco Barney. There's a few pit lanes now. Is this going to be an early pit stop? But very good stop as GSR is 3 seconds ahead. Now, there's a few go into the pit lane. As Funbags is coming out of the pit lane, he's put the medium compound tyres on. The Quickshot is out the race. Vision from Gaz Coleman, but Gaz Coleman then in 5th position. He started with the medium compound tyres. Very good to start from them. Nathan Walton's gone into the pits, I believe. He's got damage. He's gone onto the soft compound tyres. So he'll be looking for a 2-stop now. But Otherproof Hen, who had that good start and had to go into the pit lane, he's up to 13th now. Because he's just calmed down a bit now as the pack start to spread out. But it looks like Paco Barney is on the back of Ethan now. Ethan looks like he's got some connection problems in front. As Jake, yeah, he's lagging all over the place, is Ethan. Awful connection as Ethan's got. He's going to need to leave the game, in my opinion. He's supporting everywhere. Is Ethan, and yeah, he's got some real bad issues. KA now is going to look into the side of Barney as he's got DRS, and he turns that engine up. But also Paco Barney will have DRS as we're going to come in, and Ethan needs to leave the game as he's got real bad connection problems as he's teleporting and causing problems. But RKA still behind, and Paco Barney has got into the pit lane. So we're for now, who really needs He's teleporting everywhere. He needs to leave the game. If anybody can tell Ethan he needs to leave the game if he's going to be teleporting, it could cause problems from a lot of drivers. But Funbag's then on the back of Charlie, who's in 10th for the Racing Point. I believe Charlie has pitted and he's gone onto the medium tyres. Another proof hen in front of him, his teammate. Funbag's in 10th, 11th then. His teammate Ultra Titan behind. Funbag's then is going to look to get past these two Racing Point drivers. So then, GSR leads this Grand Prix. Coleman, who's up to 6th, sorry, 2nd, but he's not stopped yet on their medium tyres, neither has GSR Action. I think we'll be going for the one stop, and so we'll go onto the hards. The Funbags in. Charlie's caught up to the back of his teammate up proof end. Ronnie going well nice in 7th. And Toby as well in the Williams in 6th position. But I believe these have not pit stopped yet. As RKA. Oh, and he's gone! RKA's lost the back end and gone off track. And he's got damn. He's in the gravel now. And RKA come off track now. And Ronnie's capitalised. We've got some battles now as Ethan has gone into the pit lane. He's got to retire that car or something. As Ronnie did. He's coming up to the back of Toby. As Tony's on the inside of Ronnie. Ronnie's gives some space to Tony in the hash. He's up to 5th. So good stuff. Good respect from both drivers. Really, me. This really is some battles this evening. As now Funbags is going to have a little look on the inside, but he cannot find the gap. As Tony now closes up to Toby. Dear me. Some real battles there. As look at James in the Haas. He's on medium compound tyres and GSR's come out of the pit lane on them hard compound tyres at 2nd. It's a great strategy from him. But James is yet to pit, so GSR looks like he's walking this at the moment. As Other Proof Hen takes Rolly, he's going to look the same. He's got a great slipstream. He'll have DRS and he's going to have a look at Tony here. Again, the pack after coming out the pits has closed up. As it's been hit from behind. There's been a massive crash, and it's the Racing Points that have crashed together with Charlie. And oh dearie me. And Other Proof Hen goes into the pits. So does Charlie and Funbags, as they all have damage, and that was a huge mix-up. And I'm not quite sure what was going on there. As Kawasaki Moto's gone into the points. Gaz Coleman's leading this Grand Prix, yet to stop. But what an incident that was. We was on board with Charlie, who was coming up to the back, and it looked like something happened with a Racing Point behind, whether he got hit or went for the dive bomb. But dear oh dear, that was a huge incident that could have gone worse. Look at Ultra Titan now. He's looking at the back of Ronnie's gearbox now. He's going to look for that opportunity, especially on that back straight with a DRS, but he might not need. He's going to look now. He's going to go around this left and right. It's horrible, horrible. Oh, he's got to look for the inside, but he's locked up as Ultra Titan, and the room wasn't there, but he's backed out superbly because that could have gone horribly wrong. But Ronnie's put his car defensive now on this corner, but I think he's going to get taken now with DRS. The overtake button will be pressed, and look at the speed of that Mercedes behind that Alfa Romeo, and Swift Benny's got a 3-second time penalty. So Ultra Titan then is up to 6th as Tony in a Haas now is behind Toby, who's going very well in 4th now, but GSR, who's already picked, is going very nicely. Let's just go back down to Ethan, see if his connection has sorted itself out. I hope it has, because he's behind Nathan Walton, and Nathan Walton in 12th position. So it looks like there's a bit of spread out now. The only battle now is Tony versus Toby, as he's on the back of the Williams driver of Toby. So we can have a little breath at the moment. Other proof hairdos come out, excuse me, on them hard compound tyres. Ultra Titan looks like he's closing in because of the battle between Tony and Toby here. Because Tony's only really up on a gearbox now. We'll be coming to that back straight where there will be the opportunity to pass. We will need to get, but Toby will have, no, he won't have DRS because he's out of DRS zones from James at the moment. But Toby defending for all his life. So here we go then. Toby will have DRS. So that's not good news for the Haas driver on his back straight, but he'll press the overtake button. Not much ERS left by looks of it, but unfortunately for Tony, Toby does have DRS, but will he have a look here? He's just too far behind, and Toby's caught, but he's gone on the inside, and there's contact! And look at the Mercedes, Ultra Titan has seen the gap and superbly. Ultra Titan has gone in, but he went for the move. Big Tony, he didn't back out. There was contact with the wheel to wheels there, but luckily there wasn't any bad accidents. But Toby now lost position for Ultra Titan. Because Ultra Titan is on the back of James. Dear oh dear, that could have been more of an accident. So, GSR has caught up to Gasly with them fresh tyres. He's on the back of Gaz Coleman now, and them 10 laps on the mediums will start to be wearing down and losing grip. And Gaz Coleman leading this race. I'm sure he'll be going into the pit lane very shortly as he starts to lose them tyres, as they start to die gradually. But look at this pace on GSR on them hard compound tyres. I think he'll get him on this DRS now, because I don't think Gaz Coleman will be fighting this very much. And look at the speed, he's got the slipstream, and GSR is Gaz is just going to let GSR by, I think, because he will be pitting on this lap, I'm sure of it. GSR's retaking the lead then from Gaz Coleman, but look at Ultra Titan, who's looking on the outside of James here. Is he going to make that move? Is he going to look for the switchback? He has, and Ultra Titan is making that switchback work, and he's going to look on the outside here. Is he going to look for the switchback? On the inside here he has, but he hasn't got James very well. James has, and Gaz Coleman's carried on them tyres. He's making them tyres go very long, and James is making, and look at Ultra Titan on the outside of James. As Ultra Titan has them fresh tyres indeed, and you can see the grip being lost from James now as Ultra Titan goes into third. And Tony in the Haas is closing up to Toby in the Williams now. We're going to see some action now. Oh, there's contact, and Tony's hit the back of Toby and lost his end plate, and he'll have to pit, and that will cost him points in the race, surely. There'll have to be a recovery drive from him, so a bit sluggish. He didn't brake, and very sluggish from him. And Charlie looks like he's now catching the back as we're on board with the racing point driver in 15th. He's going to want to recover from having that incident with the other one. He's got a 3-second time penalty this evening for multiple warnings this evening's race. So it looks like drivers are starting to pull away and save their tyres, but Gaz Coleman managing the tyres superbly. The mediums, he's yet to pit. Look at Charlie stalking the back of Fun Bags. Fun Bags has done too. They've got the quicker tyres, remember, and they're the same age as well. Both done 2 laps on them. Like a Boss is catching up to Toby. We'll go there shortly, but we're going to see Charlie now, who's going to surely make a move on Fun Bags on the inside. He's got DRS as Charlie as he takes 14th place, and he doesn't, because Fun Bags went on the inside and that car perfectly, and superb stuff. There's great exit, great grip, and it looks like he'll take him now on the inside with DRS, but Funbags will not let this position go. Very lightly he hasn't. He's gone very wide off track, as Funbags. He looks like he broke late, and it looks like Charlie is going to let Funbags go, as there was an incident. Charlie went wide. So a mix-up between everybody. Looking like a boss who's on the back of Toby now in the Red Bull. Lap 13 of the Chinese Grand Prix. As like a boss is going to look on the inside here of Toby, surely. Is he going to break late and go for a move? He has! He's got a beautiful move as the Red Bull driver. A little bit of contact, but nothing spiteful from either driver as the door was open, and a superb move from like a boss in the Red Bull. The Red Bull are very strong at the moment now. Both drivers are in the top 5. Great move from like a boss in the Aston Martin now. And great stuff indeed. It looks like Ethan has caught up to Benny, and there's a bit of wheel action, and Ethan is off track, and looks like he's come off track, and that's a 3-second time penalty. Was he pushed off the track? We just got it caught very, very late indeed. As Benny looks like he's broke late, but he's managed to superbly. Oh, it looks like, yeah, there's going to be some pit stops. It looks like the pit stops have started. As Gaz Coleman has come into the pit lane, and he's going to come out in 5th. So great strategy so far from the Cummins. A yellow flag, and it looks like it looks like it's a racing point. It's a racing point. It's Funbags and Charlie who've had an incident, and there's debris on the track, and it's right near the pit lane. So was there trouble in the pit lane? As Funbags has had a crash, and he's right on the pit lane, so he's going to have to go into the Morton going quietly in 14th. Ronnie now coming up to the back of RKA, so things starting to heat up as we're halfway through the Chinese Grand Prix. As there was an incident between the Racing Point and the Mercedes as Funbags pits, and he's come out on the medium compound tyres. So good strategy so far as Gaz Coleman pitted, and he's come out 5th, and he's on the hard compound tyres. He's one stopping, so good strategy so far. Rolly then, who's losing a bit of time by the looks of it on RKA. So, drivers spreading out. Other-proof head looks like he's going to want to get back to business on the back of Benny's gearbox. He's gone with the inside, a great move, and he hasn't made it stuck as Benny had good traction with the outside line. But again, there's contact between Benny and Other-proof head. And there's been some feisty battles at the moment, but no damage to either driver by the looks of it, thankfully. But now we'll turn that engine up, we'll get DRS, and he'll look to take the position from Benny, as Benny's gone down to 17th. Let's go up and see if we can see some action. Gaz Coleman now is catching KSI in a McLaren. He's got a fresher medium compound tyres. He's looking for that one-stop strategy. And that one-stop strategy is looking very nice for him indeed. And Ross in the Alpha Tower is catching Toby for the last points. Toby's pitted and come out 10th. So here's Gaz Coleman, and he's looking mean this evening. He's going to want to pounce and at least get the podium and go for the win. But 14 seconds as GSR got on up to Titan. Dominant performance yet again from him at the moment. With 15 laps in, James has got a time penalty for warnings, but this is where Gaz Coleman is going to make the most move on KSI. I'm sure he has made the move on KSI on the inside. He's got the inside line, and KSI will have to give him respect and room. But is he going to get the switch back? No, he hasn't. Gaz Coleman up to 4th as the Red Bull look like they're having a very strong draft overload. Who's up to 6th position? KSI then has got DRS and Gaz Coleman. Is he going to look to make a move? And Ross has overtaken Toby here for the last points. But Nathan Walton's still in 14th. but he's pitted for the hard contact tyres. So, Chinese Grand Prix, GSR leading the race. Looks like he's going very nicely in front indeed. He's got a 15-second gap. He's absolutely dominating on them hard compound tyres. Superb stuff. The KSR Moto looks like he's the only one that's up close to a driver in front, as Toby is catching RKA, who's got the last points. Really good driving from everybody now after a few incidents and a few people getting very racing. And that is a sector 3, and is that a pit lane? And Funbags has retired in the pit lane. Funbags has retired in the pit lane, I believe, the Mercedes driver. So not a good race for him, as now we've got 17 drivers left, as it looks like Draft Overload has taken his teammate KSI Moto as a flag in sector 1. And it's not ultra tight, it's Funbags. Funbags I don't know what has happened here. Is it ultra tight? It looks like Funbags. Did he retire in the pits? He should have. I'm not quite sure, but looks like now KSR Moto's got a 3-second time penalty for toning. Paco Barney catching up to his teammate now. Has gone off track, as him and Ronnie are battling for 11th position. Drivers starting to close up again. Paco Barney's going to look to get past his teammate Ethan. A little lock up from him, but he's in 8th position so far as the Renault driver. So 10 laps to go in this Chinese Grand Prix, and GSR looks like he's going to take his second race win in a row. And DRS, he's got the slipstream. He's gone on the inside as Paco Barney of his teammate, and there we go. He's made the move work. Little lock up, but that's not going to hinder him as he takes 7th position. As there's a yellow flag, it's a Ferrari. It is a Ferrari. Ronnie's out. Ronnie has retired from this race. There's a virtual safety car. As Ronnie, let's see if we can see what's happened to Ronnie. Has he had a crash? He's out of the Grand Prix. There's a virtual safety car. So, interesting stuff then. As drivers have to slow down, there's no overtaking. As Gaz Coleman and Like a Boss, both in the top 4, Boss in 3rd position on the podium. So good stuff. And it's ended now, the virtual safety car, so we can go racing again as KSR Moto is racing his teammate Draft Overload now for 5th position. Draft Overload looks like he's just stormed off superbly, as KSR Moto performing very well again in a McLaren. As everybody, there's gaps for everybody. But Other-Proof Hen, RKA 3-second time penalty. Other-Proof Hen there's a yellow flag in sector 3. And is it somebody that's come off or somebody that's slowed down? I'm not quite sure, but Ronnie has left the session because he retired from this race at 17. So Nathan Walton, his teammate's going to look to get into the points. He is closing that gap on Toby, and Draft Overload's gone into the pit lane. So he's done 14 laps. So has Like a Boss gone into the pit lane. So that frees up Gaz Coleman. He's got a bit of clean air now. He's 13 seconds behind Ultra Titan. But I think Ultra Titan will have to pit because he's done 11 laps on them mediums. He ain't going to get them mediums to the end. Not a chance. If he does, that'll be superb stuff. It's KSI Moto now up the fourth. He's done 12 laps on them hard compound tyres. Draft Overload comes out in 10th position from the pit lane, so a good pit stop from him as Nathan Walton takes the outside of Toby. Superb stop. He's up to 11th. He's going to be chasing Dan Draft now. He's going to want to get me them points. He's on one of his favourite tracks this evening. It's 19 laps of 28. Not much going on at the moment as the gaps start to space out. As Draft now is chasing Toby. They've both got fresh tyres over. Charlie with the upper hand, who's just half a second in front, but Draft is stalking the racing point. As Gaz is starting to close up on Ultra Titan as he is on the pressure tyres. So the engine is turned up for Draft. He'll have DRS now with Draft. He'll look at taking him here on this long straight. He's going to look on the inside here for the second from last corner. Superb move to make that work, and Charlie knew that he was a sitting duck, to be honest. So then, 8 laps to go on this Grand Prix. Let's just see Toby closing up to other proof here. You'll have DRS on other proof here. But he's too far back to make up hard. And Swift Benning in the AlphaTauri is chasing his teammate Ross Arcade, who's pitted for the medium compound tyres. Go up the grid and see Pack closing up of KSI Moto. They've got the same age tyres on the hards. GSI setting another hot lap. He's just going from strength to strength. You might as well just, barring any mistakes, you might as well just give him the check the flag now, because he's absolutely fine. But look at Paco Barney. He'll have DRS on KSI Moto now. KSI Moto, bit of a sitting duck as Paco Barney takes KSI. Paco Barney is now gone up to 4th position. He's locked up slightly. It's slightly little. I don't think that's the track limits. It'll come up to the end now. The last corner, that tough little corner you've got to get right. But KSI will have DRS. It's a shorter straight for the DRS, but it won't make that move. As there's a little gap there for KSI to have a little look at, but Paco Barney defends superbly as KSI Moto is all on the back. And Paco Barney, well, Gaz is going to like these battling, because Paco Barney could lose time to Gaz, who's at the moment in 3rd position. One-stop strategy from him, and it's going absolutely perfect. As let's just see how Ultra Titan is doing on them medium compound tyres. He's 19 seconds behind Ultra GSR, the race leader. But like a boss is closing up on Ethan now, the 6th position. He's had a great strategy this evening. And Toby with a 3-second time penalty, that's not good news for him. Multiple warnings. So, 6 laps to go on this Chinese Grand Prix. It's been a very, very flat one at times, and then trying to get some yellow flags. To the grab. That's not good news for him. 10-second time penalty. Track limits. And I'm not sure what happened to Toby there, but like a boss has taken Ethan. We had to leave there to see what happened to Toby as he come out off the track, miles off the track by the looks of it, so I'm not quite sure. There's another yellow flag, and Toby's struggling. Oh, and a 3-second time penalty for GSR, but it's not going to cause any problems as Ultra Titan has pitted. And this is very good strategy from him as he's come out on the soft compound tyres. He's going to be quick. And already he's on the back of KSI Moto. He's looking on the inside for that move, and he's made it move absolutely perfect. Superb race from Ultra Titan. There's a yellow flag, and It's a virtual safety car. It's Toby. Toby's out of the race. It's a virtual safety car. As Ultra Titan now is crashing the back of Paco Barney. So Gaz Coleman, who's going very well on them softs, at second position. Good race from him. He's done superb this evening. GSR, who's going into the pit lane, he's got a free pit stop. He's going to go for onto the soft compound tyres. The 2-stop from him, as GSR has pitted for them soft compound tyres on the virtual safety car. But we're racing yet again, and a Ferrari driver comfortably comes out in second position. And look at Kawasaki Moto fighting back from Ultra Titan, but Ultra Titan has got them soft compound tyres. And we'll go to Nathan Walton now, who's on the back of Ovenproof Hen. Ultra Titan with a 3-second time penalty. That's not good news for him, as Nathan Walton has got DRS on Ovenproof Hen. He's a bit too far away to make a move here on that second from last corner. But can he get good traction? Can he get a good exit into this corner? He can. Oh, he's got massively off track, and that'll be a warning. But he's kept it on track. He's got DRS. He's just still too far away from Ovenproof Hen. And we've got 5 laps left, and look how much pace Nathan Walton's got on them 3 laps younger hard compound tyres. Then on Ovenproof Hen, as he's closing in, he's gone back up to 600 tenths on Ultra Titan now. We'll go to Ultra Titan, who's going to take the inside of Paco Barney very easily, as he's going to be very quick on them fresh soft tyres. As Paco Barney sort of says, yeah, go on, you know, I'm not going to fight you as you're on the soft. But Ethan, James has got a 3-second time penalty. Ethan in the Red Bull is just out of DRS from Like a Boss, who's going very nice Like a Boss in 6th position, who's closing in on Kawasaki Moto, who's done 16 laps on them hard compound tyres, and he's managed them tyres very well indeed. Good drive so far. The quickest to make up 6 seconds. So 4 laps to go. GSR 17 seconds ahead, and looks like he's been going for his second race in a row. Paco Barney in 4th. Another good drive from him. He's back where he belongs, and Like a Boss, very impressive from him. So lots of drivers who deserve driving today this evening, but who will get Codemasters driver today. Charlie has gone quicker. He's in 15th, an unfortunate race for the reserve driver. It's Nathan Walton. He's closing on Ovenproof Hen. He wants that points finish at this Grand Prix. They've both got similar tyres wear-wise, but whose is more worn? It looks like Ovenproof Hen's is more worn. It's GSI gets us a yellow flag. It's a Renault. Is it Ethan? It is Ethan. Spun in P7, and that's gonna 6th position, and a mistake from Ethan. Oh, dearie me. And there's a yellow flag in sector 2. And is it Benny? It is Benny who's gone off track, but he's managed to get back on. So it's all happening, everyone getting desperate. Kawasaki Moto is chasing Like a Boston. As Ultra Titan's got down to 5 seconds, with Gaz Coleman going strong in 2nd place. So Nathan Walton has taken Ovenproof Hen for the last points. Ovenproof Hen is not going to let that go lightly, as he's got DRS on Nathan Walton. But Nathan Walton is too far ahead to make any sort of move. KSI now, as within half a second of Like a Boss. That's going to be a good fight to the finish. Be interested to see if Ultra Titans needs to push right now. There's Ultra Titan, if he wants that 2nd position, but Ultra Titan and Gaz Coleman with a strategy masterclass this evening. Gaz Coleman with the one stop making it work, as he's in second position. There's still a fight for the last points between Ovenproof Hen. But look at Draft Overload, he's on the back, he's gone for a dive bomb in the middle, and he hasn't made it work, and he's spun! He went for the dive bomb, did Draft on James, and he spun, but he's just managed to keep it on track. So a dive bomb from Draft that didn't work out, and he has lost even more time. An Ovenproof Hen on the back of Nathan Walton. He'll get DRS on Nathan Walton, but it may just be a little bit too far back to make any move. Theory me, that was a very, very chance dive bomb from Draft. He took his chance, he had nothing to lose on James, but he made it stick. As it's a 23-second lead for GSR. He looks like he's massively on track for his second win in a row. Very impressive drive again from him. As Ovenproof Hen really catching up to the back of Nathan Morton. I believe Morton's got penalties, but as Ovenproof Hen got time penalties. I don't believe Gaz Coleman has got any time penalties. I've not seen any flash up anyway. Ovenproof Hen then. This is the only battle worthy of watching, but that last point in 10th position. As Nathan Walton is defending well. He's done 16 laps on them hard compound tyres. He's going to want to hang on to that. We'll go on board with Ovenproof Hen. It's like Nathan Walton has put his foot down. He's going to want them points all, and a little bit of a back end loss from Nathan Walton, but he's caught it back. And Tony with a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. He's raced. He's in 14. Let's look at the speed now. He's got a bit of slipstream as the racing point driver, but he's too far back still on Nathan Walton, but he can get right close to him now as he's got a good exit from that second from last corner. And Ultra Titan now. This will be very interesting to see. We're going to go to Ultra Titan, and there's caught Gaz Coleman with 2 laps to go. Is he needs to get within a second to have any chance to pass, I believe. He has got them fresh soft compound tyres. This could be a last lap battle. We've had plenty of last lap battles in coming races, but is this going to be another one, as he's got that gap down to 1.5 seconds. Gaz Coleman's going to be defending superbly. I think he's just too far. It might be too little too late, as the look how far GSR is. He's leading this race superbly, like a Boston. He's got some speed. He's catching up. He's gaining on Paco Barney, the Red Bull driver. He's gaining, but he's just too far ahead. Oh, and he's going to look on the inside. Charlie's got a penalty of Paco Barney. But it's the last corner now. Is he going to look for a move on the last corner? He's very much. But look at GSR, who's like a boss now. He's going to look on the inside on the last lap. No, he's gone on the outside. He's gone for the move on the outside, but he's going to do the switch back on Paco Barney. He's made it work superbly. And the Red Bull driver and Paco Barney's battling back on the inside. There's both with great traction. Superb drive like a boss. Has made that move past Paco Barney on the last lap. And GSR then, who's cruising now, coming up to the last corner to win his second Grand Prix. It's been another dominant race from the Ferrari reserve driver. GSR with an absolutely sweltering dominance, 28 seconds lead he had on everybody else. He didn't have to come into them tyres, but the checkered flag is being waved, and the winner of the Chinese Grand Prix is GSR, as we're with Gaz Coleman now. As you can see, Ultra Titan, I think he's run out of time. As you can see in the background, Ultra Titan, who is 1 second behind, as Otherproof Hen has taken back from Nathan Walton. But Gaz Coleman then, he's coming round the last corner to take a fantastic second place for the Red Bull driver. Gaz Coleman second. Third place is Like a Boss, and it's not over yet as the Like a Boss now has taken 4th position as he. Oh, and Gaz Coleman had penalties and he's taken 3rd. And Like a Boss takes 5th, and Like a Boss and Ethan now is going to come in to take. But look at Charlie. He's battling Nathan Walton. We're going to come up to the line now between the two drivers. As Nathan Walton and Otherproof Hen are going to be battling. As Otherproof Hen just takes him on the line. Good race towards the end. Otherproof Hen takes 9th position. Draft Overload has penalties. It takes 10th. Nathan Walton just misses out on the points. Charlie takes 12th. Ross taking 9th. And Tony will be coming round to take 14th position. He has, and Swift Benny finishes the race. What a good end. Some battles towards the end. But what a race win from GSR. Paco Barney gets Codemasters Driver of the Day. But what a race towards the end. Good. And what a dominant performance from GSR, who's dancing to a 2nd race win in a row. Superb stuff from the Ferrari driver. And Ultra Titan again with a good finish in 2nd. And Gaz Coleman taking the final podium in 3rd position. I'm going to leave it here. I've got to go and do some stewarding. But thank you very much for tuning in, everybody. It's really appreciated from the support I get. And I'll be looking forward to Thursday for the last race of the BRL Season 1 Formula 1 220. But there we go, then there is confirmation from the Chinese Grand Prix. GSR with that dominant performance. Nathan Walton just missing out on the points, but the Mercedes of Ultra Titan with another fantastic drive. He put the softs on in the end, and Gaz taking 3rd, and Paco Barney with a 4th position. He started 12th on the grid, did Paco Barney. So really good stuff. As well, what can I say? Superb race, superb season it's been. Please tune in at 7 p.m. on Thursday for the Vietnam Grand Prix and the last race of this season.